Hey, good evening, Redneck Nation. Tonight, I want to show you what I did to get a axle seal out of an 8 3/4 Mopar Dodge Plymouth 8 3/4 housing. These items are available at Harbor Freight, but there's maybe easier ways with a chisel and a hammer. But I feel this will leave less possibility of a piece of metal ending up in the axle tube housing. And let me show you how that looks. So what we've got here is Harbor Freight's 3-piece bearing puller set. The bearing puller set has 3 different size swivels, and the way that works is you can just stick it in the seal, cinch it up with a nut. Well, that's what we did here. So pivot it, stick it in des, it automatically centers because it's perfect size on the middle sized. We cinch up the nut like so. You can either use a 5-pound or equivalent slide hammer, which I didn't have. I guess I never bought one, so rigged up another idea where, let me see if I can cinch this up. There we go. It's pretty tight now, but not yet. Always difficult doing it with one hand and holding the camera raw. And we're close enough. Now, I don't have the seal in there real tight because I just wanted to show you what I did earlier. Now, you can see it's relatively centered. Now, the next thing I did, I have a tie rod end puller, which is the same thread. Now, you could use just about anything, but I just happen to have these items from another job, so I tightened up this tie rod end puller. Now, as you can see, we're pretty close to the axle housing. And then the next thing I did, a friend of mine gave me his Harbor Freight unusual looking crowbar, and I just went like this, grabbed behind the tool with the one end of the, this end, with the end of that. Of course, the seal was in a lot further at that time, and just pried on it, and it's hard to do with the one phone, but with the one hand, and out she came. Now, when I first was started, it was way in here, and it comes out in one piece. You don't have to force it past the, the flange in there, the little step. I mean, you could probably beat it and it would just come around that, but I guess there's always a chance of sliver. You better wipe her out good if you start beating on stuff. Anyway, that's how we did it today. I don't know if that's the way you're supposed to do it, but that, again, is how we did it today. The axle bearings are available in green or the original tapered roller. I'm going to reuse the tapered roller that's in there. This vehicle, 71 Plymouth Barracuda, was missing the lock for the adjuster ring, so it had some end play, I would imagine, caused the excessive play in the axle, which would actually ruin your seals going up and down and around. So I don't even know what the end play was, if it was even correct, but I will get the little clip that goes on one of the 5 studs, and at that point it'll lock that end play ring in there. We are also going to go with a TrueTrack made by Detroit. It is all gear, an all gear posi, and limited slip, so whatever wheel slips That's the one that gets the power. That's pretty cool. And right now we have a 323 single in this Barracuda. We're going to make a 323 TrueTrack. And that's the way to go. I got a heck of a deal of $570 on the 8 3/4. TrueTrack, I'll have to pull the third member out and put that in, and then make sure all of the gears are good, a good pattern. But other than that, that's the ticket. No more clutches, no more peg leg single traction. So, redneck guys and girls and all y'all, hope I earned your subscription. Hit the bell for the alerts, and I'm going to put some of this on the Harbor Freight Mods page. Modification, I think it's Guild on Facebook, I think, for the use of their bearing puller, which is not bad. I think it's $39. And then, of course, if you have one of these tie rod end pullers, or you can go to Home Depot and get yourself a bolt that'll match in the other end, or a slide hammer. Either one. Anyway, that's all I had. Something simple. Hope you are happy and healthy, and wherever you may be. Adios. Good night.